Okay, so today we're just doing an interview. We just set up a kind of a regular natural looking setup. So I wanted to do something in the library because that's always like a good visual. And since we had to travel basically only with limited amount of gear, so I decided I bring basically two lights. One is a KinoFlow, and the other one is like a Fresnel light, LED Fresnel light. Show it to you in a sec. And to make a good-looking, natural-looking interview setup. So let me just walk you through this. What we did here. So here's the person sitting over here. This is our key light. I choose always like a daylight bulb and a tungsten bulb together because it creates a little bit more of a warmer look. So then the kicker is really, or the hair light is really the important part because it makes the talent kind of show or separate from the background. So we use just a Solar 4 that has an equivalent of about 250 watt to give this kicker. And then we shoot basically with an A7S Mark II and the Sony Alpha 6300. Here's Jake. Hi Jake, my assistant. We have a 85 millimeter from Zeiss on this one. And on this one we have a Contax Yashica Zeiss 50 millimeter. Both are 1.4. Oh, the 85 is 1.8 actually. But it's a similar bokeh, and so this is basically really like a setup when you have to fly. Here's just like a little mini tripod that we just raise up with some provisorical stuff. And microphones, usually we use boom microphones, but for traveling light, we have just this Sennheiser. So all of the gear for a studio kind of fits basically into those two suitcases. I can actually make it work also to just have it in one suitcase. But I was able, the client obviously was paying for our trip, and therefore, I could bring a little bit more extra stuff with me. And I brought actually the KinoFlow, what I usually would not travel with because it's a little bit of a bigger light. It's a little bit bigger than, let's say, an LED, right? LED is a little smaller. Over there is our cleaning man. What's your name?
Bob.
Hey Bob, how's it going?
Good,
this
good.
is Bob. So when I do interviews, it's always important that I try to think of not just that it's visually kind of interesting. That's a big part. But it's also important that it tells like even if it's just the background, tells something, a feeling about the actual entity. And here we are shooting for one of the prime private schools. And I think the library is a beautiful library, and it's a great setup to shoot something in it, a library is really like an important part of a school, obviously, but it also symbolizes like knowledge and learning and so on. And the other thing is that the visual part is one thing, but what is actually even more important is like how does it sound, right? And the library is full of books, and it deflects basically like bouncing sound, so it kind of absorbs it and gets you actually a pretty dry sound. And here are basically the results to show you what it looks like. I just shot this quickly with my iPhone so I can quickly put this all together, but you get the idea. Here's the close-up and here's the wide shot. So it looks pretty natural, and that's what I was going for. So see you soon. That's all what I wanted to give over for you for now. Talk to you then.